Hello, citizens of the cell. This is Golgi Apparatus, your number one top presidential candidate. The Golgi is the most important organelle which is located in the cytoplasm next to the ER and near the nucleus. My main function is to modify, package, and prepare proteins for secretion out of the cell. I am a top contender for the presidency because I am a major site where carbohydrates are synthesized. Without carbohydrate synthesis, glucose is not produced, so the cell will have no energy to perform its job. Without the Golgi, there will be no proteins being packaged or secreted out of the cell. The proteins would just be floating around in the cell with no clue on where to go. Without the Golgi, there would be no cells. All of the other candidates rely on me for their energy source. Plant cells rely on me because I produce pectin, which is necessary for the structure and metabolism for the plant. Since I am the post office of the cell, I am responsible for DNA. If I didn't do my job, the protein would never be synthesized in order to create the DNA. No organelle has a more important job than me. Without a Golgi apparatus, it wouldn't be able to process and package lipids. Without lipids, the cell would be in deformed shapes, because the membrane is composed of a bilipid layer. The cell membrane would not be there if it was not for the Golgi packaging and secreting these important lipids needed to survive. Lysosomes are irrelevant because if they fail, middle-aged cancer is very likely possible. Ribosomes are obviously not important because they are not protected by a membrane, unlike me, the most important organelle of them all. Ribosomes are not a reliable candidate because they can go bad and cause a disease known as ribosomal biogenesis. Ribosomal biogenesis would cause the whole cell to fail and die. Lysosomes rely on hydrolytic acid addition to endosomes from the Golgi to be created. Without the Golgi, lysosomes would not exist. The mitochondria are known as the powerhouse of the cell, but the mighty mitochondria aren't very mighty. Mitochondria are notoriously linked to Alzheimer's disease, which is a big problem with people losing their memory. Another well-known disease related to mitochondria is Parkinson's. This affects the nerve cells in the brain, causes tremors, and difficulty speaking. Parkinson's is not curable, and it's all thanks to the mitochondria. I am so important that I prevent apoptosis, which is the death of the cell. Without me, cells would die. The chloroplast only functions in some of the cells. They are not reliable because they only function in plant cells. The animal cells would all suffer if the chloroplast wins. They do nothing in animal cells. Another unreliable candidate is the cell membrane. The cell membrane allows very contagious diseases into the cell. Cholera is a very common disease and can be caused if the cell membrane fails to do its job and allows the disease in. Cholera is a disease that causes diarrhea and nausea. Nobody wants diarrhea. Don't vote for the cell membrane. I believe you should vote for me, the Golgi, because I am the most important organelle in the cell. Without me, the cells would not be able to function and would die. Proteins and other molecules like sugar would not be able to reach the body. With no protein, no carbohydrates reaching the body itself will die. So please, do yourselves a favor and transport your way to victory. Vote for the Golgi apparatus.
Created using Powtoon.